All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's another exciting day here in Kansas City, bro. It's getting warmer. I think summer might be coming by, which means winter is ending, and you know, yeah, most people tend to get married during summer and during spring, sometimes during fall. So this time, a lot of people are trying. There's quite a substantial amount of people who are trying to get married. But some of you, unfortunately, especially the fellas, some of you might not have found a wife or a or a good or a good girl who can take care of you for the rest of your life. So I went ahead and did some research, so you don't have to. I went to do some research to find out what qualities that you need as a man in order to find yourself in a situation where you're a good husband. And I went on the internet and I did some digging here and there, and I found this article here uh, from the Standard. For those who don't know the Standard, it's a Kenyan newspaper that kind of like publishes a lot of things. They do magazines, but they also do like online blogs and stuff. So this blog was written by one Mrs. or Miss. I don't know if she's a Mrs. or a Miss, uh, which would be really relevant, right? Because we want to know whoever is writing this, is it a married lady or is it just a lady who's looking for a husband and just hoping that her husband actually has all the qualities that she needs? I don't know. But it's Sarah Halua. I've never heard of her till today. But let's go ahead and hear what Sarah Malua has to say about being a good husband. Maybe some of us will take a thing or two here and there, and apply it to our daily lives to become good husbands and good partners and good boyfriends, wherever you are. For those who are single, maybe it's going to help you get a good wife. All right, let's go ahead and read this article. It starts by saying, for years, girls have been advised on the kind of men they want to settle down with. They are fed with stories, especially from nosy aunties, about how they need to choose the right genes. That's a very interesting point. That's a very interesting point. It says choosing the right genes. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what she means by that. Because, you can't really see genes, but you can see phenotypic characteristics, which are as a result of genes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she means by genes. But yeah. But anyway, she says men who are intelligent, have fat wallets, are warriors in bed. What the? Bro, a warrior in bed. What the hell does that even mean? That's interesting. And can have a head start in life. That's funny. That's funny. So apparently, gentlemen, you don't need to be intelligent. You don't need to have a fat wallet, and you don't need to be a warrior in bed, bro. You don't have to be a moran in bed, which is funny. I don't know why he put it like that. She put it like that, but that's interesting. Anyway, this week we highlight some of the qualities that most women consider and define uh, as ideal in bed. Ideal, sorry, oh my god, ideal husband. What the hell am I even talking about? Let me go ahead and move my little thing here. Hold on. It's not there, it's this one. Let me move it a little bit so you can see the article. So it says, number one, for you to be a good husband, you have to have pesa or tas. So it says, a good husband doesn't have a security fence around his wallet. He gives you free hand to use the contents of both his wallet and bank accounts. He will give you his ATM with his pin glued in the back. Hold on, that doesn't sound too safe. That's not fair. So apparently, according to this lady, for you to be a good husband, you have to give your wife your wallet. You have to give her your ATM or your debit card. Here in the US, they call it debit card with your pin attached to the back. Uh, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Are we talking about good husbands or are we talking about good sponsors? Because I kind of feel like she has something. I don't think she has this one up very accurately. Because as a wife and as a married couple, you should be focusing on mitigating your finances and commingling it and making sure that your finances are in order at all times. That your children are fed, that your children can go to school, that you have something to eat for you and your whole family, and even once every now and then you have to go out to eat or go out on a vacation. But I'm not sure about pesa or tas in the way that he she defines it. She says that as a husband, you just have to give your wife unlimited amounts of money, which might be possible for some people, but I mean, most people don't have that much money. Uh, like me, okay, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but personally, I don't have that much money that I can give my wife. My debit card with the pin behind and just tell her, hey, go ahead and spend whatever you want. Go ahead and buy a swimming pool or go ahead and buy the most expensive clothes or whatever. I mean, that's not really financially responsible. I'm not sure if I don't know if you guys get what I mean. It's not financially responsible. Just saying. So for the first point, I don't think that's a good quality of a husband. On to the next point. Uh, anti mother-in-law missile. So apparently, for you to be a good husband, when it comes to those pesky mother-in-laws, nothing beats the feeling of knowing they will always side with you and deflect attacks aimed at you, if with effective countermeasures. This is interesting. I mean, I kind of agree with her. When you get married, your life becomes between the two of you. It's mostly you're not a family, okay? So in-laws, brother-in-laws, and sister-in-laws, they're all still part of the family, but you and your husband or you and your wife, or whatever you are, uh, that's your that will be your primary family, okay? So yeah, I kind of agree with her. I feel like to some point you have to take the side of your wife or your husband compared to your in-laws, but not always, because some partners are not just good. Okay, so yeah, so I kind of agree with the second one. Okay, but I don't agree with peso or trust. That's financially irresponsible. Now at number three, for you to be a good husband, it says see no girl, talk no girl, hear no girl. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting, okay? Because, first of all, we live in a world that's roughly 50-50 males, 50% females, and 50% males. So, I don't know how exactly you can exist on Earth without ever seeing another girl or talking to another girl or hearing another girl. I mean, it's kind of unrealistic because what happens if you go to Starbucks or if you go to Walmart and the cashier is a lady? I mean, well, I still understand that you have to be faithful to your wife, but just talking to a random lady doesn't necessarily mean that you're trying to, hook up with her or get into a relationship. So I don't agree. But anyway, she says a good husband will not think of looking at another girl. Now I'm guessing she means figuratively, not literally, because you can't really walk in public and never look at another girl. Uh, Wait, what? Wait, it says a good husband wouldn't think of looking at another girl, whether it's your girlfriend's or sister. What? What do you mean I can't look at my sister? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. No. Nah, this can't be right. It says he leave the room as soon as a beautiful lady walks in. That's funny. That's funny. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's funny. It's funny. I'd give her that, but it's not. It's not realistic. You can't just walk away as soon as any lady walks in. I mean, unless she means figuratively. And he and matters a little player when there's about to die. Okay, I think she's being sarcastic at this point, but yeah, yeah. I mean, but she has a point. If you're married or if you have a partner, It's not always good to interact too much with other ladies, but there's a limit. Okay, if it's your sister or your mother, you can't simply be like, "Hey, my lady, I want to be faithful to my lady that I can't talk to any other girl or hear any other girl or see any girl." I mean, it's literally impossible, but I kind of see where she's coming from. Okay, but anyway, let's go to number four. Oh my god, I do not agree with this one. Hires a chapati chef. A good husband will never subject his beloved wife to hours and hours of labor to produce those fried sacrament lookalikes. But I like how she describes chapati. For those who don't know chapati, chapati is it's an Indian food that the Kenyans love a lot. It's made out of, you kind of like, it takes a lot of work to make it, if you're making it from scratch. But, here in the US, we just buy it from supermarkets, from Indian supermarkets. And they come when they're already rolled, and you can just put it in on like a pan and it just gets baked. It just gets cooked very quick. But if you're making it from scratch, which a lot of people in Kenya do, you have to first of all boil some water and mix the dough, and then like what do you call when you're doing this? I don't know the word, but you have to like mold it. Then you have to roll it, and it has to be in a circle, right? So it's a very specialized skill that not all ladies have. Uh, but those who do, it's a very good advantage. But this lady here, she's saying like as a good husband, you should not subject your wife to uh, knowing how to make chapati. It's true. I mean, I kind of agree with her a little bit, but I mean, that's not a quality of a husband. It's just, I don't know. That feels like, I don't know. It's not. I know. I don't agree with that too much, bro. I feel like I should be able to eat chapati every now and then uh, without having to bring another lady or hiring somebody else. Now, I'm not saying like women, that the purpose of women is just to like cook and and wash and whatever. In fact, if I had a wife, I'd make sure she doesn't wash clothes, because I don't agree with that. It's just too much work. So yeah, I don't think that's a good point. That you have to hire a chapati chef to be a good husband. It's funny though. It's funny. I'll give her that. Anyway, at number five, she says Facebook is for idlers. What the heck? Unless you have the face of Marilyn Monroe and a deriri. What the hell? What the hell is a deriri? Let's look that up. Let's look. Oh, deriri. So a deriri is a euphemistic. What the hell is a euphemistic term for? Oh, okay. Okay, okay, okay. I had no idea it's a but. Why did she have to write it like that? A dairy that would put Nicki Minaj on shame. You should be worried if your hobby is on Facebook. Facebook is where sin is born. Okay, that's interesting. We're on Facebook right now. I didn't know it's here where sins are born. Okay, it's where you get replaced with over bleached and plastic butted college girls. No way she said that, bro. No way. Uh, a good husband will never put his wife through the trouble of guessing his Facebook account password. Now, here's the thing. It's true, social media tends to be the place where people go to cheat, because that's where you can find or link up with, younger people or younger girls if you're a man, uh, or like strong muscled men if you're a lady, or if you're trying to cheat. Yeah, I kind of see the point that Facebook is a good place where is a place where most husbands go to cheat. But Facebook also has other purposes. Some people go to Facebook just to view memes, or like there's a Facebook Marketplace. So maybe somebody's just going there so they can see Facebook Marketplace and stuff. So I'm not sure if that's a quality, like as a good husband. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be off Facebook? What if I've been there for a really long time? Well, what if that's the way I communicate with my family or friends? No, I don't. I don't agree with that. Just because we're married doesn't give you a right to, to my Facebook account. Although I know some people who have joint Facebook accounts, right? People get married and they choose to have one account for two people, which I didn't know existed until not too long ago. So I see your point. I see where she's coming from, but I'm not gonna let off. I'm not gonna stay without Facebook just so she can feel secure. Now that might be a sacrifice some people might be willing to take. Personally, no. Oh, let me grab a quench. Let me quench my thirst with a little bit of water. That felt good. All right, let's see. Let's see. Number six after Facebook. He is kind. So apparently, yeah, this is okay. This is probably the first point, right? Of all this, this is the first point where I feel like this is an actual quality of a husband to be kind. And it's not only a good quality of a husband; it's also a good quality, when you're just friends, or even to your family, or even to just random strangers. So yeah, it says no. We're not talking about I'll sweep the church after service type of kindness. Oh, okay. So what does she mean? This is where he acts without you asking. A husband doesn't need to be alerted when you need a wig change or when you need new off-shoulder dress. He showers you with gift at all times without reason. What? Your existence alone should be enough for him to gift you. What? No, no, that's not what kindness is. I don't know. That's not kindness, bro. This lady is too unrealistic, bro. I have to admit that. I have to admit she's kind of unrealistic. This is, yeah, no, no, I don't agree with that. But anyway, you have to be kind for you to be a good husband. I agree with that. I just don't agree that you have to be spending money on her just because she exists. Now, anyway, number seven, no debts. Bro, this is starting to feel like this is a quality of a good sponsor, bro. I don't see any husband qualities so far. All I see is somebody who's trying to find a sponsor, which makes me mad. Yeah. So no debts. I mean, yeah. In this Sportpesa, Lotto, and Mshwari era, it's hard to be debt free, which is true. A good husband will never put his wife through embarrassing moments of shuffling through his pockets looking for coins to pay bills. But I also have to mention, you shouldn't get married if you're not financially secure. And if you get married with somebody, don't do it just because they're financially good, right? So this lady she seems to be implying that she needs a rich wife. I mean, a rich husband, because that's all I've read throughout this article. So it doesn't make too much sense. But I kind of see where she's coming from. I mean, everybody has a right to choose who they want to marry. But if you choose to marry somebody because they're rich or they have they're spoiling with money, because she hasn't even mentioned anything about love or anything about uh, treating them good. All she's saying is that that the man has to spend money on him, on her, which is, I don't know. Anyway, at number eight, it says size does matter. Ladies, unless you believe size. Okay, what size? Size of what? Ladies, unless you believe size does not matter, crap. You need to carefully weigh your options here. Too big is just uncomfortable. Okay. And makes things unpleasant sometimes. Okay, okay. And too small. Well, you better not cough when he asks you the most dreaded Ikondani questions. That's funny. That's funny. But I don't know. I've never. I mean, that's an interesting question. At Ikondani, I don't know. A good husband should provide just enough comfort to avoid you faking headaches for the rest of your life. Again, uh, I don't see anything. I don't see how this has anything to be to anything to have to anything. I don't see how this has anything to do with being a good husband. Some things you're just born with. You can't control the size of so I don't know. What do you want of somebody who's trying to be a good husband but doesn't have the anatomical features that you want? I don't know, bro. This no this article has been bullshit for so far. And your money is yours, honey. This I mean, she already mentioned this here in Pesontas, and she also mentioned that you should give her your phone pin and your social media passwords, which I don't agree with. But everyone, wasema kila nyani na raha zake. I don't agree with, but it's. I mean, if she finds a husband that can do all this, that has the biggest size or like whatever size she wants, that can give her his phone pin and share all his money with her and not have any debt and be kind and give her Facebook password or even get off Facebook because of her and has a chapati chef. I mean, good for her, but that might be a little hard to do. I mean, it's she's asking for a lot. I mean, I'm not judging anyone, but I feel like she's asking for too much. But if she finds somebody who has all of this, then good for her, I guess. But I don't think that's a good. All those are good qualities of a good husband. But anyway, let's look at this 20 signs of. Maybe this one is more realistic, and we're just gonna glide over it quick. Okay, what does it mean to be husband material? He accepts you for who you are. Okay, this is more realistic, and this is more of what I think when I think of good qualities of a wife or good qualities of as of a partner. When Jamatsu Niazi says, "Not yet, you'll be balling soon." This was 15 minutes ago. Jamatsu, yeah, I'll be balling soon, but I also have to look look out for ladies who are just trying to date or marry for money, because that will because once you get married, bro, that's a one-way street, so it might cause problems, and it's much harder to get out of a marriage, especially one that you got in because you wanted money, because she's gonna file like a huge divorce and you're gonna be losing a lot of money. But anyway, he accepts you for who you are. This is more realistic. He inspires you to be the best version of yourself. Yes, he's trustworthy, very sensible. He's shares similar core values. True. For you to be partners or you to even date, you have to have similar interests, right? He thinks the world for you, bro. This is a lot more reasonable. I agree with all of this, man. Yeah. Let's see if we can find. Has a great sense of humor. True. Financially responsible. This is true. And like this other one, which was saying like, yeah, he gotta give you. He's got like a good husband has to give you all his money and his phone bill, his phone bill. I mean that was a bit unrealistic. But yeah, he's independent. Yeah, you don't want to marry somebody who's living with his who has been living with his mom for like several years for no reason. Yeah. But yeah, those were the few qualities I found on the internet about being a good wife or a good husband. Sorry, and hopefully I'll try to follow through with them and get me a wife. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe not. Not everyone has to get married. Or everyone is lucky enough, and I put lucky in quotation marks because I don't know if it's a blessing. Some people might not consider it as a blessing. But yeah, thank you to everyone who watched this episode. This is I was reading about this one, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I think I'll see you guys at my next stream. Yeah, thank you to Jamatsu Niazi and everyone who liked my